Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So buenos días. Let's stand it up. I'm going to slide this up un poquitito más. And then, So let's go just for a moment into your fingers, into your toes. And kind of try to warm up there at the extremities. Don't know where you are, but hace frío aquí. It's cold here. So go ahead, take a second, circle in your wrists. Good, as you kind of rock the weight side to side in your feet. And then you can start almost like a slow motion little walk, right? We're gonna push one foot down into the floor as you let the opposite femur bone lift up. Try to feel that resistance coming from your bottom heel, right? That gives you a little bit of power and stability as you lift. So just play a little bit with cross patterning, play a little bit with balance. Good. And then why don't we pause for a moment with your left leg lifted, and then with the right arm, left leg, just extend at the shoulder, at the knee. We'll extend, pull back, extend, pull back, extend, pull back. Really strengthening, powering up your quadricep muscles, hip flexors. Good. Exhale, switching sides. Put that weight on the left leg. Pull left arm up, right knee, and we're going to extend and bend, extend and bend, right? So remember that power that comes from the bottom heel. Push in and reach. Good. Let's set that foot down and then just walk lightly through your feet, maybe coming a little bit faster. As one leg picks up, then the other, I want you to feel that zipper from the bottom of the rib cage through the pelvis. So, right, this part of you is stabilizing as one leg comes up and then the other. See how lightly you can set your foot down. So when the leg comes up, again, you feel affirming in your center. This should happen when we walk, when we run, etc. Good. Let's plant both feet into the floor. Exhale, let the elbows graze the thighs and come all the way up. So you can almost slide the elbows down the thighs. Good. That little tactile cue, helping you send your tailbone back. Good. And waking up in the shoulders. Animando los hombros, también los muslos. Good. So I want to take a little pause on top here. Keep that bend in the knee, stretch to one side. Inhale up, bend and extend. Inhale and exhale, bend and extend, bend and extend. Good. So the knees are bending as that arm comes down. You feel a little stretch in the side, but again, we're still kind of pumping the blood through those big muscle groups to wake up our bodies on a cold jueves. Good. Let's take two palms now together overhead. They're like this. Opposite elbow finds the knee. Inhale, sweep, and even let the heels come up with that. Slowly set them down. Take the opposite elbow to knee. Good. Remember, when you twist, we want rodillas paralelas. You want to keep your knee joints parallel. Send the sitting bones back and isolate that twist in the ribs, right? That's where spines are good at twisting. And we want to just make sure that's where we put our intention. Muy bien. Arriba otra vez y abajo. Good. Arriba y abajo. Can we hold? So I'm on my left side. I'm going to just pick up my right heel for a moment. Then the ball of the foot. And then see if I can't lift that whole foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Setting it down. Inhale, coming up. Perhaps lifting the heels. Setting them down once again. I'm going to peel at the left heel, then the ball of the foot, then the toe. Pull up from the floor. 3 and 2 and 1. Set it down. And then let's open your arms here for a moment. And then from there, sweep and reach your tailbone all the way around. Right? So you can draw some circles here. Find and make space. Try that the other way. Good. So we're both kind of warming up our core, loosening connective tissue around the joints, things that get tight. See if you can turn that circle into a figure 8 for a moment. Good, and then see if you can make that circle 8 leading the opposite direction. Good, send the weight to one knee and then to the other. So you're gonna bend onto one side, then the other. And again, kind of feel yourself pushing off from the floor. Good. Exhale into that lengthening. Good, and then let's set 2 feet down. Feet are a little bit wider now. Again, the elbows graze. We're gonna come up. Elbows graze, you reach out through the arms. Find that push as the arms move away from you. Empujando por los brazos. Good, and then pushing through the feet to feel the body rise up. Inhale and exhale. Good, let's hold down here for a moment. Hands to the thighs, take opposite shoulder. So hombro a tu rodilla opuesta. So you're taking your shoulder to your opposite knee and really helping guide, keep those knees open. So again, the twist is through the ribs and you're getting a fine stretch through the shoulders and across your sacroiliac in the low back. Good, so our kind of stuff like this can be great after a long road trip, right? Or just too much sitting. You can always stand and do in between Zoom meetings, sabes? Inhale, take it up. And then once again, let's bend, come up, bend, coming up, bend, reaching the thighs back because we're still more in parallel. And exhale, exhale, exhale. One more time. And exhale. Good. So now take your 2 arms. So we're going to sweep with our torso. Try not to let your tailbone and hips stay more stable. And then reaching out through the rib cage. Good. So all those muscles waking up. Try that a couple more times each direction. Good. And from here, we'll inhale, come up. Turn the whole body towards your right. So now I'm going to put my fingers, índices aquí en la cadera. Try to get the hip bones lined up. We're going to take the arms up. And once again, push and resist. So you'll inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, exhale, push. Arms can come out as the knee extends. Push and back, push and back. Push and back, kind of waking up your upper body here. Push and back. Now pause with the arms up. We're going to bend and straighten. The arms come together. Bend and straighten. Doblamos, estiramos. Good. Brazos y rodilla. Beautiful. Good. One more. Inhale. Now take 2 hands to the hips. Hold the toes. So the back foot is going to lift. You'll bend and straighten the knee. We'll go 10 and 9 and 8, 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now take those back toes, plant them into the floor. Feel softness in the back knee. We'll come down and up. We'll take another 10 and 9 and 8. So notice back knee goes straight down under the hip. Good, and you're gonna push through the ball of the back foot and through the front heel to let that weight of the body come straight down and up. Very, very vertical. 2 and 1. Exhale, pivot. Take it the opposite direction. Put your fingers for a moment on your índices. Good. And then we're gonna exhale, extend the front knee, bend, push with the arms. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, just waking up your joints. Inhale and exhale. Good. Try a couple more of these. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now pause. We're going to bend the front knee, extend one arm and lower the other. Bend, extend, extend. The two arms come together as you straighten the knee, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, feeling that stretch through your torso, por el torso, bend, extend, good, bend, extend, good. Take a moment, hands to the hips, good, re-square the hips, so you're pulling the left sitting bone back towards the right heel, then peel the right heel up from the floor, toes are resting there, we're gonna bend and straighten the knee, take 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Go ahead, set those back toes down and feel yourself once again anchor through the feet. Arms can come up, knee joint goes down. So there's a lunge in there. We're pushing through the floor to find that columna vertical, to find your vertical spine. Arriba y abajo. Good. 3, y 2, y 1. Muy bien. Let's turn in. And I just want you to lightly twist and reach through the limbs. Twist and reach, twist and reach, twist and reach, twist and reach, twist and reach. Follow that twist to the right side of the mat. And we're gonna start moving the weight of the body. So right here, just at the top of the mat, prance, prance, prance. You're gonna see I'm trying to keep our blood flow going as we're waking up our joint. So just a little toe ball heel, toe ball heel, toe ball heel, toe ball heel. Feeling once again the center firm, spine long. Good. Push your feet down, stretch your thighs back, and then exhale. Plant the palms right under your shoulders. Step the right foot back, the left foot back. From here, reach to the heels. Take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tap the right heel down and up. This is a knee. Rodilla arriba y abajo. 3, y 2, y 1. Try that with the left. 5, y 4, y 3, y 2, y 1. Dos rodillas. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Set the 2 knees down. Elbows pull in. 5, and 4. So the chest, el esternón adelante. 3, y 2, y 1. Muy bien. Send that weight up. Beautiful. So now we're going to let the left leg lift in the air. Reach the right heel down. Doblamos la rodilla, bend the knee. And hug that leg in so you feel the adduction, the inner thigh connected. And now ponemos el pie detrás del mano. So you're going to take the foot behind your hand. Left foot to the left hand, turn the back toes out. Push into the feet coming up. Muy bien, desde aquí. So I'm gonna reach my head and sternum forward and pull my hips back. Feel the low back is even here. La columna equilibrada. Good. So low back is even. You're pushing through that front knee, powering through the heel. Good. So the weight of the body moves back. Now take your right arm up. Brazo derecha. Arriba. And then hook the elbow to the outside of the thigh. So if you can open your chest, breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Inhale coming up. Big Y shape. Big stretch up. Good. So now you're going to take your right hand to the outside of the right foot. Twist and lift. Take your gaze to that top hand. And then perhaps let the arm come over the ear. Quizás, quizás, quizás. Good. Then from here, top hand to the hip, move that hip slightly back. So the sitting bone moves towards the talon, your heel. Hand could move to the ankle, and we'll try Parivrita Trikonasana. Twisted side angle, Beautiful. So now from there, take that down. Turn your toes in, so we're all facing the back edge of the mat. Shake, release la cabeza, la cabeza. Muy bien. And then from here, empujamos. You're going to push through the feet. Find yourself standing on the other side of the mat. And again, just a little prance through the feet. Again, you're running upstairs, yelling. Just a little bit of pump and blood flow. Beautiful. Running in place. This feels productive. All right, toe, ball, heel, feet in the floor. Inhale, reach the thighs back, Utkatasana. Now palms beneath your shoulders, palmas debajo de los hombros. Una pierna atrás, otra pierna atrás. So you've taken your two legs back, and I want to go through that sequence again. Reach through the heels. So reach the tailbone through the heels, feel a long spine. 3 and 2 and 1. Muy bien. Now the right knee taps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee. 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Dos rodillas. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale. Set the knees down. And now from the elbows, they'll pull back. We'll go 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Now your tailbone rises up in the air. A big long stretch. Everybody send the left heel down. First, just reach the right leg up a little bit. What I don't want you to do is immediately open the hip. You want to feel the glute and hamstring connect. They pull the leg up. Now you bend at the knee. That's the quadricep hip flexor. Good. Now lift and abduct the leg. So pull it in. And then vamos a poner el pie detrás de la mano. So now from here, reach your hips back to place that foot behind the hand. Heels anchor into the floor. Empujamos por los pies. You're going to push through the feet to find yourself arriba, arriba. Muy arriba, warrior 1. Good. So now, hands to the hips. Feel, once again, you're going to move the hips back and keep the hip bones even to stretch your esternum, to take the sternum forward. Good. So this is a base movement. We want to be able to do this with a lot of precision and intention. Good. Precision being very different than perfecting, right? Precision is trying to find something specific, not trying to make something flawless. All right, so elbow now can come to the femur bone. Y estamos estirando, estirando. I just want you to get that sense of hips reaching back, low back still long and broad. Good, sitting bones even, and a twist in the spine through the rib cage. Now this hand can come down. Brazo arriba. So you can take that arm up for a moment. If it's feeling good in the shoulder, you can roll that out and in just a couple times. Take the pinky over the ear, your meñique sobre la oreja, and try to free up your neck mientras estás aquí con el brazo. So it's the deltoid doing that hard work. Beautiful. Now taking your hips, you're going to reach them back once again. Take this hand maybe to the hip, and then your opposite hand maybe pulls to the ankle. Parivrita Trikonasana. Again, you're going to free up your neck. Liberar el cuello. Aquí. So power through the legs, not falling into the knees and the feet, but pushing back from the ground up. Muy bien. Desde aquí. Dos brazos. You'll take your two hands down. Turn in and exhale. A big stretch por el cuello. So stretch your neck. Beautiful. Inhale. Coming up. So now if you like, just take your right foot to the outside of the left foot. Spin it around. And then once again, so we're facing in, but just lightly, shake, tengo brazos en el aire. Good. Just right arm, left leg. Good. Otro lado. Good. So feeling a little bit of blood flow. Okay, we're gonna take that into some standing balance. So putting weight in the foot, toe ball heel, lifting the opposite heel, pulling in. Good. Hip bones, rib cage. So you could put your hands there to feel that they stay vertical. And as the inner thigh and outer hip working on that leg to keep you upright. Good. If you want, foot there to the femur. Breathe. And coming up, just take a couple of breaths. Hugging, abrazando, empujando, apretando your pie con el muslo. Brazos afuera, pierna afuera. Y once again, just take a little moment to keep the blood flow in a light and natural kind of organic way to your body. Good. Brazos en el aire. afuera. Good. Whatever your body needs to do to sort of keep it up. Okay. So now from here, vamos a poner, you're going to put the weight of the body in the left foot, toe, ball, heel, lift the right, and then the knee joints can extend out to the side. Maybe pulgares aquí en las costillas and índices aquí in your hip bones. Inner thigh, outer hip, engaged, strong, 3, y 2, y 1. Maybe foot to the thigh there, como tú quieras. 3, 3, y 2, y 1. Good. Quizás brazos arriba. Really feeling that push from the inner thigh, outer hip. Good. To help us balance, relajamos los brazos. Y otra vez, again, create a little lightness. So maybe it's one foot to the other. A little step to the side. Good. Aiming to stay kind of light through the feet. Beautiful. So now we're gonna, let's try this. Let's try this. We're gonna step it to the back of the mat. This is my right side. We're gonna lead with the left side today. And inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, move the thighs back, 2 arms up. Lightly pulse in with the thighs here. So just take, a few lifts. Good. Reaching the femurs back and taking the top of the head arriba. So again, energetic opposition in the upper body and in the bottom body. Good. You're gonna add these dance moves. And from here, go ahead, hands here to your shins for a moment. Inhale, lift, lead the sternum up. We're gonna walk it out, right, left, right. Push back with the hands for a moment. Now, if you like, let your sternum come forward and take 3 little tricep push-ups. Again, you can put the knees on the floor if that's better for you. 2 and 1. Now exhale, leading back, lift the left leg, bend the left knee. This time open, so we're gonna open the hip. While you open the knee joint out behind you, push your talon. Push the right heel into the floor. Good, so you feel that deep activation in your supporting bottom leg. Good, and then we're gonna, vamos a poner el pie, you're gonna put the foot behind your hand, spiral up through the arms and find a warrior 2. Ring out the shoulders. Pulgares abajo y arriba, abajo y arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba. Good. Stretch towards the back leg. Again, keep this alertness. The thighs are pulling apart. They're moving out of the hips. Inhale. Come stretch toward your front leg. Take your left hand to your right hip and use your obliques to hold you up. 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, coming back up. So now I'm going to take my hand, just slide down my inner leg. Good. So top arm over the ear. Parivrita. Or no, it's not a parivrita. This is just Uttita Asta. Sarvangasana. Then we'll take the hand here to your hip. Stretch your femur bone back. Reach it back so you feel connected to the back of the leg. Trikonasana. Super bien. Muy bien. And then we're going to take that hand back to the hip. Bend the back knee. Step the foot in. Walk the left hand out un poquito. And then from the inner thigh, outer hip, lift this leg. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. So again, energetic opposition between the 2 thighs. That energy is connected through the heels. You reach through both heels. Good. And then just lightly set that down. Whoa, what did we lose? Oh, let Vanessa in. So you're lightly going to let that heel come down to the floor. Good. So you could opt to put your hand together behind your left leg, or you could just try to find yourself standing, perhaps on one leg. If you wanted to try this lift, it would be just pushing through the foot. And then extending the left leg. Pulling the left sitting bone towards your right heel. Bend, release, and then a big step to the other side of the mat. So once again, just rock and sway, feeling your blood flow through one leg, through the other side, kind of moving through wherever there might be tension, stress, whatever built up in your cuerpito. Good. So then from here, once again, brazos arriba. Oh, but we're not going to do it like this. We're going to take it to the other side of the mat. So big step, and then so left side, facing in. There we go. So while you're here, front of the rib cage pulling down, hips even, so you feel that firmness en la panza. Good, arriba y abajo. So now, brazos arriba, taking the arms up. Exhale, moving the thighs back. Feel that big lift of the sternum as the thighs move back, right? So your body is suspended by those músculos, by your muscles. Manos aquí en la pantorrilla. Pantorrilla. So now from here, walking the hands out, let's go right, let's go left, let's go right. And then you may decide you just want to spend a little time here in a down dog, or if you want to feel what a plank to a tricep push-up can do for you this morning, make sure you get your tailbone under the rib cage. 3 and 2, and we'll call this 1. Exhale, reaching the weight of the body back. And now from here, I'm gonna really set my left heel on the floor, raise the right leg up. First, just feel that glute and hamstring connection. Desde aquí, doblamos la rodilla, you'll bend the knee, and then open the leg behind you. Good, so again, don't just counterbalance, really find where the muscles work here. Send the left heel. Bueno, el talón izquierdo en el piso. So you feel that activation through the inner thigh on that leg. And then from here, vamos a poner el pie derecho detrás de la mano derecha. So you're going to place your right foot behind your right hand. Open, open, open. Into a warrior 2, pushing down with the feet. Back toes face the long edge of the mat. Front toes face the short. Ribs to hips. Good. And then from here, abrimos, cerramos. You're going to open and close the shoulders. Good. Keep that blood flow and also kind of a release in your scapula. Take one ear. Whoa. Got some adjustments in there. Through the neck. Good. Now let's stretch towards this back leg. Make your back leg as straight and powerful as you can take it. Good. Inhale, coming up. Now take opposite hand to that back hip. I want you to push the hip back as you come. Stretch over, feel the oblique muscles here, holding you up, apoyándote. Good. Then keeping that knee bent, just come down a hair more. Top arm can travel over the ear con la palma abajo. You could take your gaze, your vista, to your meñique, to your pinky finger. Looking up, estirando muy bien. Dropping those hips so they're in. The hips really reach towards the feet. Good, in between the 2 feet. Beautiful. Top hand for your hip to a moment. Now you're going to pull this sits bone back. Big stretch. Estiramiento. Good. Top arm up. This is your gaze, your vista aquí arriba. That is your Trikonasana pose. Beautiful. So now, this is all feeling good. Top hand to the hip. Bend the back knee, so get the legs very alive. Let the pelvis come low. And then step the back foot in. Vamos a pasear este pie adentro. Now you're going to take your right hand out. So put it, at least a foot from the bottom foot, and then start to build this energetic opposition between the 2 legs. So power this hamstring through the engagement, through the big toe base joint and the heel. Right, so that arch is alive. Inner thigh, outer hip on the back leg, top arm up if you like. Good. So just breathe, breathe, breathe into that shape. Feeling, encontrando el poder aquí. Good. And then when you feel ready, lightly set that foot down. You got to reach the weight of the body back. So just stay here. Or if you like, wrap the hands around that front leg. This is a lovely stretch. So don't feel like you have to do this whole sequence. Maybe just stay here and stretch out your shoulder. Or if you like, step the back foot underneath you. Push in again. So find your equilibrio, find your balance. See if you can pull the weight of the body into that leg. Good. You're not expecting your two sides to be the same. And then if you can, extend and release. Good. So let that go. So again, we're going to circle the tailbone and the hips and really, really see if you can go low this time. Good. And sway the arms one way, hips and pelvis go the other way. Good. And again, you can reach into that as much as feels comfortable, safe to you. Let's try another little pose of balance. So this is my left side. In, I'm going to take heel ball toe, my right foot, it comes forward. From here, peel the back foot up and set the foot down. So this can be just a stretch for the top of your foot, which is really tight on many of us. From there, feeling those hips, sitting bones anchored, and exhale, let the knee come down, right arm up, breathe. Good, so I'm not feeling a big lift. You could try a big lift this morning, moving your sternum forward. This is feeling really nice to me. Set that foot down, pivot towards that foot. We'll try it on the other side. Maybe rock the weight forward and back, anchoring through your feet. Por los pies, por los pies. Good. So now gather the weight in your left front foot. Turn the back foot over. So now you're stretching. You have from the ankle, the top of the ankle, through your toes, por los dedos del pie. Stretch. You can get a deeper stretch by extending the hip back and let that big toe base joint press down. Let the pinky pull down too. Inhale. So now see if you can find the right hand, mano derecha to your tobillo, and just feel that energetic opposition between the kneecap, the heel, stretch and extension. Good. Left arm could reach up. You could come stretch forward and reach the thigh bone back. And exhale, pull back in, release. And again, nice and light through your feet. So it's cold, so keep your blood flow. Good. And if you weren't gonna go, if you're gonna go outside and run today or walk or whatever, ice isn't what we want. You can't do that today, so we'll just do it indoors. All right, if you have a blanket, you can place it in the center of the mat for a moment. We're gonna come down and kind of work on finding side planks and then some other things. So once again, check in with your neck. ¿Cómo está el cuello? Good, 2 hands at the hips. Extend the left leg out. So now notice that the hip will want to go with the leg. Try to pull the hip bone under the ribs. So that already should feel like a stretch. Inhale, arms out, and then exhale, fold over your leg, your pierna. Good. So this is Parigasana, gate pose. You could let the pelvis come back a little bit and 2 hands reach more deeply. So let's just stretch the back a little bit differently. Muy bien. Desde aquí, arriba otra vez, you can pull. Now we're going to use the obliques to lower the spine, open the arms, set that hand down. Top hand can move once again to your hip, and then pull the bottom foot under the top foot and let the hips descend as you push back with your bottom arm. So there's so much power coming from that shoulder as the hips come down. Breathe. 3, y 2, y 1. Top hand back to the hip, push that foot down, release it underneath you, pulling up. Desde aquí, shake, shake, shake. Let's try that again on the other side. So the rib cage pulls down. And again, you're trying to feel that evenness across the sacroiliac. I am gonna extend this leg out to the side. Good, stretch and reach and come over. Good, so this is my pierna derecha. And then I'm gonna take dos brazos, 2 arms, to my tobillo. That's to my ankle. Y estiro aquí sobre la pierna. Muy bien, desde aquí arriba otra vez. So if you're also not feeling like a side plank, not doing it, you could just stay down here and perhaps lift this bottom leg. If that was a better work for you this morning, you can now push. So the first thing I want you to do is really push down with your bottom arm. This palma en el piso. And then that's where you power up, right? To be able to pull that foot. So this is like the beginning of a side plank, and then it really becomes a plank as you push down and tuck the latissimus, this muscle, into the side of the body, and you really power up there. And then there's a lot of freedom. A lot of times I see people try to do things with this top arm before they've really found the musculature on bottom. Try to just focus here. Good. And then you can put the weight in that top foot once again. Bend the bottom knee. Pull it in. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, move your hands behind your head for a moment. Just feel a little freedom. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Take the hands to the inner thighs, melting your head over. Really get a stretch in the back. Estirando en la columna. Good. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And then we're going to exhale and just turn this the other way. So now my left side's facing in. I'm going to push my forearms into the floor. And we're going to work on just like a little series of things here that may or may not take you to a headstand. The important thing is to work on the series where it feels safe and comfortable for you. Y no tienes que hacer más. You don't have to do more than what feels safe. So notice where your weight is. If it's pitched forward in your shoulders, I want you to move the weight back. Feel the shoulder right above your codo, your elbow. All right, fingers, dedos entrelazados. You're going to interlace the fingers. Now la cabeza, pull the top of the head. And if you want to roll just a couple of times to actually feel what is the top of your head. Como no, puedes intentarlo. Good, so you can try that. And then pushing your antebrazos abajo. And curl your 10 toes underneath you. And move the tailbone up. So there's a world, right, where you don't even put weight on your head here. You just push down with your forearms so much that the head actually pulls off of the floor. And that's great strengthening for the shoulders. The other thing you could then do is try to pull your 2 feet together. Good, and you might just want to work on this. This might be the thing that feels safe and good. Bend the knees, release. Let that come down, push weight into your feet. Opposite hand and elbow, just relax that for a moment. Good, and then from here, we're gonna inhale, look up. Walk the weight of the body out. Let's go right, left, right. And then you're gonna let the knees move in, the hips move down. Find a little Bhujangasana on the way to the floor. Inhale, let the sternum move forward. Exhale, 2 thighs lift. Bend the knees. Hands perhaps move towards your ankles. So again, if hands just to the low back is the thing for you, try that. Or tuck the tailbone down and lift. 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale. See if you can roll to one side. So I'm rolling to my left side. Good, or just keep the thigh bones lifted. Try that movement to the other side. Good. Inhale, reaching back. Push the palms under the shoulders. Curl the 10 toes underneath you. Lift the weight of the body up. And then one sits bone in and the other sitting bone in. Let's try another kind of balance. So right hand to the outside of the foot. Exhale and extend. Try to reach the opposite hand. So I just want you to know if you've pitched your weight. Queremos el peso del cuerpo equilibrado por los isquiones. You want to take the weight of the body even in your two sits bones. Good. All right. Vamos a intentarlo otro lado. So you're going to first just lift the leg. Vamos a extender. So you're stretching here. And same thing. Notice if you've pitched your weight to the right, try to hold it equilibrada. Try to hold it even. Entre los isquiones, in between your sits bones. Right? Inhale, dos manos, dos brazos. So now you could just kind of rock your weight for a second, like dancing on your sits bones like we did on our feet. And then move the weight, equilibrada. You want to feel the weight balanced in your sits bones, maybe the two legs. Vamos a extender. All right, so if the shoulders went to the ears, pull the shoulders towards the hips, hacia la cadera. Good. And then the weight of the body right there, even in the sits bones, flex your feet, extend. Vamos a extender los talones. Good. And then exhale, bring your 2 feet back down. Muy bien. Let's turn. So now the right side is facing in. Inhale, stretch, take the arms up. And then your brazos, your arms are going to pull in towards your shins, your pantorrillas. So you're sort of in the shape of a little tortuguita, little turtle. Inhale, sit up. And then exhale, squeeze the knees as you float back. Take the hands to the thighs. Push thighs to hands. And then extend the right leg. Sweep the arms up. Just take a couple of breaths with the navel pulling in. Good. Apoyado. 2. And 1, hands back to the thighs. Inhale, come stretch up. Pull your humerus bones towards your shin bones. Húmeros hacia los pantorrillas. Muy bien, nos sentamos arriba. Good, y vamos a apretar. You're gonna squeeze your knees together as you lower. Hands to the thighs, push thighs to hands. Scoop the belly deep. And then lift your left pierna. Good, so you wanna feel firm through the belly. Brazos afuera. Let's just breathe here a couple times. 3, y 2, y 1. Doblando la rodilla. Hands here to the thighs. You'll exhale. Come stretch forward once again. Use this really now to move the lumbar spine. Adentro. And really relax your neck. Relajando el cuello. Pushing up once again. Vamos a apretar. You're going to squeeze the knees, the hips. Take your 2 hands, 2 thighs. Belly, ombligo, adentro. And then extend the 2 legs, 2 arms out. And take 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, y 2, y 1. Muy bien. We're going to do one more. So vamos a estirar adelante, stretch forward one more time. Y desde aquí, arriba otra vez. Good. So now you're going to squeeze the knees, apretamos las rodillas, and now your hands to your muslos, manos a sus muslos, your thighs. Extend the 2 legs. Now bring the hands behind the head and extend the sternum. And just take 5 breaths. Good. Then set the 2 legs down. Palms under your shoulders, Dandasana. So you're going to pull latissimus in once again. Good. And open, abrimos el pecho. Good. And then if it feels nice, you walk the hands slightly back, push into the feet. Take the tailbone up, the toes down. 5 breaths. Purvattanasana. Good. Bend in the knees. Bring your hands behind the thighs. Rock the back forward. Good. And then you can come right up. All right. So now we're going to come roll down. Press the hands into the floor. Take the toes overhead. Good, just taking a little plow pose. Good, exhale, releasing that, let it come down, feet into the floor. Try a little Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, so lifting the hips up, maybe countering a little bit that plow pose, walking your shoulder blades. All right, exhale, set the hips down. Good, and then from here, arms still firm at the sides. Ooh, the wind is blowing, sopla el viento. All right, and then from here, dedos arriba, toes up. You can just stay here, or if it feels nice to walk the shoulder blades together, take the hands to the hips, manos en la cadera. Then you can bring the knees, las rodillas, just bring the knees over the hips and then extend. So this is a perfectly good place to just practice. Good. And then once you're here, you could try to move the thigh bones back and just make them vertical through the power in the glutes and the hamstrings to hold the legs up. Good, keeping your toes, feet even. And then if you wanted, you could move your hands here to the bottom of the rib cage, and you're gonna move your chin just slightly away from the chest to provide a little more support to the neck. And then let's just slowly release the legs down, arms down, let the pelvis come down with control. Bend the knees, hands to your ankles for a moment. Can you walk yourself up, Chatuspadasana? Good, and then exhale, lightly set that down. And so just FYI, these little back bends that we're moving through now are great for when we're sort of getting lethargic or feeling down or low. You can always back bend with the heart. And somehow that helps. So now take your hands for a moment into the sides of the mat. Push your elbows deep. So you start to feel the chest and the tricep kicking in, your pecho, y los brazos. And now come onto the top of the head. So this is Matsasana, fish pose. And I think it's a really important counter to a lot of other poses we do. Pull your bottom lip, your labio inferior sobre el labio superior. So you're going to take your bottom lip over your top lip. And I want that to encourage a stretch in your throat, right around where you feel your thyroid gland. And then you can extend the two legs. Bend. And exhale, release. Now take your two hands, if you like, just underneath your shoulders. Let the elbows pull in. So I want you to spend a moment building a connection between your manos, your hands, and your elbows. So don't let the elbows go wide. Pull them into your temples and push down so much with your hands that your scapula can rise up from the floor. So just that base movement is the beginning of Urdhva Dhanurasana, a back bend. So now I'm going to push down so much with my feet that my pelvis comes up. And I'm going to push down so much with my feet, extend the elbows that my head can lift, and just take a few breaths. Good, now the head moves down slow, the pelvis releases. You can take opposite arm and elbow, and kind of twist and rock. Massage your back. Oh, and this is good timing. We'll just come back down to the mat and let your limbs open up. Y vamos a tomar un ratito para sentir el movimiento de respiración, de la respiración. So I want you to just take a moment and feel the movement of your breath. Feeling low, la respiración baja. La respiración ancha, the wide breath. Y la respiración compleja. So, and then the complete breath. Let's find long exhales. Expiraciones largas. And then when you feel ready, cuando estás listo, puedes menear un poco los dedos de las manos. You can move your fingers. Los dedos del pie. You can move your toes. Y estiramos. So stretch the body muy, muy, muy largo. Make your body nice and long. And then abrazamos las piernas sobre el pecho. Rock your back. Vamos a mecer lado y lado. And then giramos al lado. You're going to turn to one side. And find yourself sentado. Good. Con las palmas juntas. Good. And we'll bow the head. Bajando la cabeza, cerrando los ojos, closing the eyes. Your practice is a gift. Tu práctica es un regalo. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so, so much. And enjoy your day. Namaste.